Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today, yes, we have that sweet salt coming back over from the Xbox and even a little bit of the PC side in regards to some returning favorites as usual, right? So, you know what? We're going to have some fun with this one. We got a lot of examples, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, what we're going to do is we got a lot of salt examples here for this episode of the Salty Batch File, so thank you again for tuning in. Let's just start right off the gate here because we do have a lot of stuff, so let's not even mess around with the setup. Starting off here, I thought this one was fun. This was just in a reply to me from, I believe, this used to be, if you are aware of social media and online on X or Twitter, this used to be Project 007, Project Xbox 007 Paladin here. And I expect Hellblade 2 to sell more than Rebirth, referring to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yes, a game that is 8 hours long, a walking simulator with the two black bars that, again, 8 hours long. Let's put the emphasis on that. That is also something we need to put the emphasis on in regards to Game Pass, which really negates the fact of needing to buy an 8-hour game. Whether it has a new game plus or whatever else comes with that, there's going to be a little, less caveat reasoning to go ahead and purchase this game outside of Game Pass or whatever the case is. It is supposed to run much less than $70, I think around $40 if I'm not mistaken. If I am, let me know down in the comments below. But I thought this was the perfect delusional setup here. So salty about not touching Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Personally, I think that should be Game of the Year. Has a high chance of being so. Hellblade 2. He expects Hellblade 2 to outsell Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Let that set in. Let's continue on here real quick. What I want to see here, I thought this was great because Colt Eastwood himself, yes, went ahead and commented here. Now, usually he's in favor of IGN because, Destin Legary's there, Ryan McCaffrey, two very pro Xbox peeps. In fact, most of the IGN staff is pro Xbox, so when stuff like this happens, it's pretty hilarious. But they're just stating Microsoft's gaming revenue climbed significantly year over year, according to its Q3 earnings report. But the massive jump in takings is deceptive. Most of it is just reflective of the addition of Activision Blizzard. Now, this honestly is true. I mean, it's true. Whether you want to take it face value with their, quote, journalism, that part's true. Colt Eastwood wanted none of this, so he puts in there in all caps yelling, "Community note this." Okay, let's pull up some examples here. This is from Mr. Xbox Dude himself as well, Tom Warren. Microsoft's Q3 2024 fiscal earnings. Windows OEM revenue up 11%. Revenue's up. Devices revenue down 17%. Gaming revenue up 51%. Why is that? I wonder if it's because of Activision Blizzard. I wonder why, or if that is the case. Answer to that question, a resounding yes. Let's continue. Xbox content and services revenue up 62%. Again, more so due to the ABK, Call of Duty, all the stuff that follows with that, right? Now, Xbox hardware down 31%. Full details to come here. And links TheVerge.com article, of course. But that being said, like I said, Colt Eastwood isn't having it. They do not like to deal in facts here. Why is he so upset about it too? He supposedly, like I've said video after video, he mostly plays on PC. What's it matter if Xbox hardware sales are doing horribly? What's it matter if their revenue is being inflated by ABK? All that matters to you at this point should be PC and the games you're getting on PC. This shouldn't affect you, but you, being the shill you are, of course does affect you because many reasons. Let's continue to go on and not dwell on that. Let's not get away from Colt Eastwood here while he's on the brain. Let's throw this up here real quick. I thought this was great. This is one of those how it started, how it's going kind of memes, right? Let's pull this up here. Colt Eastwood, Fallout is so hot right now. So hot. Almost like in Zoolander, right? Hansel, he's so hot right now. If you haven't checked it out, please do so to get that reference. It's a great film. May take a couple viewings to understand the comedy of it. However, can't wait to see the numbers this weekend. Which one are you playing? Then he puts down there, the quality mode looks incredible. Incredible. With the starry eyes, smiley face, or happy face, whatever you want to call it. Now, let's take a look here. Fallout 4 update. Quality mode is broken on Xbox Series consoles as per Digital Foundry. It just switches to performance mode. Also, I can confirm that performance mode still drops frames in downtown Boston, a problem even on PC pre-patch. Mods may cause this issue. Most of all, my built-in mods are recovered, but a couple won't download or cannot be found. PC is a mess. God, he just does that. He does that, and I always got to go back to one of the most recent events, the most sought-after events of when he went down and tested out Redfall and just embellished and lied and said it was phenomenal and worked so well and this, that, and the other, right? Here we are again. It doesn't learn. And then his followers also, let's push it down. That never happened. That never happened. Here he is embellishing that Fallout 4 with the latest update is running fantastic and looks amazing. It probably looks amazing if you're not moving around. Keep your avatar, keep your player there. Don't move around, probably looks great. However, doing anything in motion could be an issue. Throwing in the mods could be an issue, even on PC. But he said at first it was so dang good. God, it's just so ridiculous. But let's keep going on. We just have so much content here to go over. Something I want to pull up here from Jez. Wait, no, okay. Microsoft buys TikTok. Makes it an Xbox exclusive. Boom. Console sales equal fixed. I know, obviously, he's being satirical here, clearly. But the fact that he still has to dive in on that, knowing that they were in a dire spot, Xbox is in regards to hardware. It's really odd to me when you are a journalist, you're one of the journalists from Windows Central, which is, all around ecosystem can be PC based as well. So latching on to the hardware console side of things. That's why I find this amusing. Doesn't let it go. He says to move on multiple times, but just has a hard time letting go. We might get back to Jez here soon, but let's keep going here. This is just a pathetic tweet I wanted to share. This is why I don't share a lot of J-Rock stuff anymore, because it's just so out there and just stupid. He's got a few screws loose, to be the nicest way to state this on YouTube, but so I don't get anything flagged. Duke Nukem was saving the world while Lara Croft was getting her back blown out, crying, laughing emoji. I'm confused on what kind of sense it makes or what he's even referring to about Lara Croft getting her back blown out. Did I miss a context piece here? Is there some sort of lore? Is there some sort of deal going out back when it was first released, or even currently what's going on? Did I miss something here? Aside from that, I know it's a still frame here, but it is a video that he did share where, Duke Nukem does go into the S Club there, we'll say. And I just don't know where this is coming from. This is probably in regards to all the, sexy talk in regards to Stellar Blade. It's out there. I just don't understand. I don't understand. It's so weird. And as you can see, you didn't get a lot of likes from that for somebody with a lot of followers. So I think a lot of people probably were scratching their heads on that one too, but I digress. Let's keep on going here. So I want to share something from Kid Smooth here. Now that Xbox is dead as a platform, competitor to PlayStation and Nintendo, are PlayStation gamers happier? I'm curious because the hate Xbox and its fan base used to get. You'd think PlayStation guys wanted Xbox gone, and we're living in that reality. Curious to see how PlayStation fans feel these days. Well, first of all, how I feel is I'd like a little bit better punctuation here so I don't have to think too much in regards to reading a paragraph here. That being said, you are one of the biggest hypocrites out there, kid. How many times have you posted, especially in the past, and I know I got you in past videos here, that you said you stated PlayStation, you couldn't stand them, wish they would just go away, all this stuff. No, now it's kind of full circle here. Nobody's wishing that Xbox went away. They wish they did better. They wish they did things the right way. You got it twisted. There's always going to be a few weirdos out there that are truly wanting them to go away in every way, shape, and form. No, everybody mostly wanted to game on every platform if they could and understood how competition works. Folks like yourself are the ones that wanted the competition to truly go away, especially those that threatened your ecosystem like PlayStation did and has done for Xbox. Case solved, buddy. Case solved. Let's continue on here. So we're going to get to the meat of it here. But before we do, I do want to share a quick video here in regards to, speaking of Jez, I said we'd get back to him later. Here's an interesting video here. Take a look.
I just think like, at least for me, I think I agree with you, Rand, that people need to do what's right for them. If you think the Xbox strategy is bad and you're worried about what it means for your digital library in the future and you want to move on now, then do it. Like the best time to move on to PlayStation is right now.
All right, so as you can see, real simple video here for the clip, but he literally admits it's the best time to jump over to get a PlayStation 5 if you want to stay with consoles. It makes sense. That's what a lot of us have been trying to say. Xbox has clearly ended up and is clearly leaning towards being mainly third party. I am going to be, extremely shocked if they do drop that that next gen hardware system. Unless it's some sort of hybrid deal and it's a handheld deal, I don't see it succeeding. I don't see it selling well. I don't understand. I don't think they would truly shoot themselves in the foot. I don't. But Microsoft has done it before. So that being said, we'll kind of push that to the side and see what happens with Xbox in the future here with the next gen system. But I did think that was interesting. Right out of Jez's mouth, he admits, you know what? If you don't like what Xbox is doing, you don't feel comfortable with it, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Feel with your gut. And if you want to feel safe in the console space and feel like your time, effort, and money matter, then yes, it makes sense to go PlayStation. I know the PC elitists out there are not going to like that answer because they just want you to go to PC, where everything's easy and everything's cheap enough, and the list goes on and on and on. So that being said, I just want to share a quick little meme here. Very true. Showing Tom and Jerry, right? Just Tom basically here. You can't compare your $5,000 custom PC to a $500 console. PC players obviously upset about that fact. But the other part, it extends a little further. They like to say you can get a $500 PC if you put it together yourself with certain parts and it be equivalent to a PlayStation 5. This is... I'm going to get pushed back on it, but I don't care. It's just the fact. And I'm always going to be honest with you guys. Maybe in very rare circumstances you can, around $500, get something very similar if you truly know what you're doing and you get certain parts and pieces. You might be able to get to where the PlayStation 5 is at. However, the other caveat to this is those games are not going to be as optimized for your $500 PC rig as it would be for the PlayStation 5. Okay, let's keep going here real quick because I want to wrap this up before we make this too long. Now, let me quickly share a video from our good friend Alex, who loves to take my clips and tries to spin like I don't know what I'm talking about when I do. Everything I state is factual. These posts are factual. Everything I state is factual. I would not say this or share any information if it was not true. Real quick, and yes, I know some of these are clipped, but this is actually the tone and everything that he has stated in his video talking about exclusives at the time that he did. Take a look.
Now, look, I don't know about you, but if I'm a company that spend billions of dollars with a B, then I want to make sure I get the best return on my investment. And if it causes other people to, let's say, buy my console, then I'm going to do that specifically. They did buy Bethesda for $8 billion. So instead of actually complaining or trying to make some kind of jab, Oliver, I suggest you do the thing you've probably been saying people to do for the longest time about PlayStation. Go out and get yourself an Xbox, my boy. It seems like if you want to play these exclusives, you got to buy the console, huh? The thing is, it's pretty simple. If you think they're going to tank their IP because they're making something exclusive, then you really don't know anything about business. And I also suggest that if you want to play the Elder Scrolls, you get yourself an Xbox. How many copies did Spider-Man sell? How about God of War? How about Ghost of Tsushima? How about any other big marquee PlayStation exclusive? How many copies of games did that sell? A lot. So why would it be any different if Xbox has an exclusive? Kind of makes you think.
All right. So as you can see, he has a different tone completely. And how he does it, he's now trying to spin that video is he was talking about it in a different way, trying to make fun of PlayStation fanboys, saying, just buy a PS5. No, Alex, it's not. It's not. You can spin this however you want. You can spin this video, because I know one of your cronies, one of your sheep are going to find this video. They're going to point it out to you. It's going to get to you. You're going to pull it. You're going to spin it. You're never wrong. What you said is not what you meant. You meant something else completely. That's fine. That's fine. Say what you got to say. Your followers will believe you, and that's totally fine, and that's all you need. Now, just kind of doing a little bit of backtracking here. What he did in his past video towards mine, I want to share a post of mine and how he tried to spin this. I really feel that if Xbox did not acquire ABK, they would not even be here right now, TBH, to be honest. And this is when Altier said, had a post on here, over on the Xbox and gaming side, Xbox content and services revenue, which includes Xbox Game Pass, is up by 62%. This is once again thanks to Activision Blizzard revenues, which makes it more difficult to gauge how Xbox did without the addition, something we kind of mentioned before. And then I get a lot of feedback and pushback in regards to, well, it wasn't a monopoly after all. It didn't matter if they got him, right? They needed him to be competitive, and they needed him for this and that. I know this is kind of a duh statement that I said on this post, but again, it's factual. I really don't know if they would be here. They should have, without even Bethesda, without even ZeniMax, the purchase of them, they should have easily been able to do what they needed to do, put the quality behind the IPs they already owned. They had a ton. They had a ton of categories. All they had to do is put the time, effort, care, and quality into that. Simple. So simple. They refused to do so. They were lazy about it. Whatever was going on behind the scenes, that can be a whole other can of worms. We'll see if we ever know, if there's a documentary or whatever the case is. Now, some of them are saying, and I think Alex has said this too, if you did not, I digress. A lot of others have also said this, and the fact being, well, the fact they wanted to pick up ABK as well is because they always intended to be third party and mainly third party. You don't know that. None of you know that for sure, dude. That's what's crazy to me. You don't know that for sure. You know? You really don't. You can say that all you want. You could say it lent towards that. If that was all that was the case, it wouldn't have been challenged so hard. Right? It wouldn't have been challenged so hard in court and have all these other oppositions across the board. It's a huge deal. It isn't because, oh, they're just gonna, gee golly darn, get more money from it all because of COD and other IPs. No, it's because they had every intention to compete. And when they realized, well, we're not selling hardware, what do? Well, we have the revenue side we could do. Good for them. The fact remains, they're probably going third party. So I just wanted to kind of share some back end context. Now, Gamer for Life, quick shout out, good guy. He did cook you because he's saying he thought, Alex said that I thought I was onto something by cooking him with the clip I showed just previously about him, with him stating the exclusives. Because you're being hypocritical on PlayStation versus Xbox, you keep eating poop emoji, we'll say. And then he states, like I mentioned, I'm literally making fun of fanboys like you that scream, just buy a PS5. Don't worry, I'll pirate your exclusives as you pay more money to beta test games for me. So, this is the most immature thing you could possibly say. And I get this from the young crowd out there. The neckbeards out there, if you will. I know I got a beard and it's kind of down. The neckbeards, if you will. And people like Alex, right? Super immature. So what do they do when they're backed in the corner, guys? I'm gonna pirate the games, they say. And that's what they say. We're gonna pirate those games and you're gonna beta test those games for us. That's funny because most of those ports are broken when it comes to PC. Nixus working on them or not, or any other ports, we'll take PlayStation exclusives outside. We'll say multi-platform games. We'll say other exclusive games from Xbox or something like that that eventually made their way over to PC. There's a good chunk of them that are broken. That's funny. I thought we were beta testing those. And it's funny when PC folks say you're beta testing games for us. Aren't you guys the ones that are always playing those alpha build games before it even hits beta, before it even hits a console like PlayStation? PlayStation's a little more, kempt when it's in regards to having actual working games. Hence why Pal World is not over there yet, and it's been in alpha. I don't know if it's out of alpha or it's in beta still at the point of PC and Xbox right now, but they just don't willy-nilly let any game come across. So who's the real alpha and beta testers there? Alex and everybody else that feels that way? Interesting. Alex backed in the corner, and he'll find this video, like I said. He'll spin it. He didn't mean this. He didn't mean that. He's never wrong. Anything he says is never wrong. It's crazy. Absolute mental illness, absolute immaturity. It's like clockwork. Whenever you get them in that corner, the same thing happens. I'll just pirate them. You pay, so I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay anything. I pay cheaper because of you, and you go ahead and fund my games because of this, that, and the other. And then the classic, that's fine, you get to beta test those games. Nah, only betas say that. And that's what you are. Muscles or not, physique or not. Doesn't matter. A beta's a beta. It doesn't matter what you look like. You could look like Jabba the Hutt. You could look like Alexander the Great. A beta's a beta, and that's what you are in the story. That being said, without making this too long, there was just a lot of content, like I said, I wanted to go over. Wanted to share with you all. This was a good one. A lot of deep dive salts. We're going to see some fallout from this video, I'm sure, in regards to some salty batches out there. So that being said, we'll wrap up the video, guys and gals and everybody in between, whatever. We will go ahead and let you have the rest of your day back. I appreciate everybody's support as always. Thank you so much. We are just cruising on to that 2,000 sub goal. Everything helps. Your likes, comments, please do so down below. It helps out the algorithm if you haven't already. Definitely consider subscribing, helping out a small content creator like myself. And if you enjoy hearing the truth, that is exactly what I am here for. And I appreciate you being here for that as well. And we'll go ahead and wrap that piece up as well. And I just want you all to remember, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see you guys next time on the next Xvault Gaming video. Take care.